Today we're making sourdough Hawaiian rolls that are soft, fluffy, and full of flavor. This recipe uses pineapple juice and sourdough starter for a subtle tang and amazing texture. The full recipe is on my blog and a link is in the description below. If you love easy and delicious bread recipes like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I'm using the juice from a small can of pineapple chunks for this recipe. You don't need a ton of pineapple juice, so this way you don't have to open a big can. You can save the pineapple for another recipe or just to snack on. Of course, you can just use regular pineapple juice if you want to. We're going to make a levain by combining some pineapple juice with all-purpose flour and some sourdough starter and letting it sit out overnight. A levain is basically a sourdough starter built specifically for a single recipe, which is helpful when you want your starter to use a different flour or liquid. For this recipe, we're feeding the starter with pineapple juice instead of water and giving the sourdough culture time to adapt to the juice and develop extra flavor before it goes into the main dough. The next morning, the levain has more than doubled. It's nice and bubbly, so we're ready to go ahead and make the dough. I already have the all-purpose flour in my mixer bowl. For something like this, I prefer using all-purpose flour instead of bread flour because it gives the rolls a nice, soft, and fluffy crumb. Into the bowl goes all of the levain, along with the salt, brown sugar, an egg and egg yolk, more pineapple juice, and some milk. By the way, you could also mix this dough by hand, but it'll take a lot longer and be fairly sticky. So I prefer using a stand mixer for enriched doughs like these. Start mixing until the dough is coming together and starting to smooth out. You want to develop some gluten before adding the butter. Fats like butter will coat the flour and inhibit gluten formation if added too early. I love using a container like this one for proofing. You can clearly see how much the dough rises, and the markings on the side help you track the growth without guessing. I have a link below for the one I use. Even though we already developed a lot of gluten in the mixer, I like to do a few stretch and folds each about half an hour apart to help organize the gluten network and give the rolls structure. After bulk fermentation, the dough should rise to about double in size. It should be very puffy and springy like this. You can put the dough in the fridge to cold ferment overnight if you don't want to bake the rolls until the next day. If you do that, let them ferment at room temperature until they've risen by about 50%. Definitely don't let them double in size if you're doing an overnight cold proof, or you could end up over fermenting the dough. Weighing the dough is key to making sure all of the rolls bake evenly. For this batch, I want 15 rolls, so I'm dividing the total weight by 15 to get the size of each roll. It's up to you how many rolls you want to make. Just weigh your whole batch of dough and divide it by how many rolls you want. A couple grams difference between each roll is fine, but getting them as similar to one another as you can will make sure they all finish baking at the same time. To shape the rolls, pull it with your fingertips around the bottom to smooth the dough out on top while the dough catches on your countertop, and then pinch the dough closed around the bottom. Arrange all of the rolls evenly on a baking sheet. Cover with plastic wrap and let them proof at room temp until they've not quite doubled in size. Towards the end of proofing, you'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Brush some egg wash over the tops of the rolls to help them brown and get a nice shiny crust. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius until they've puffed up and gotten nice and golden brown. My rolls took 40 minutes to bake, but if yours are smaller, they'll take less time. And remember that every oven is different. If you have a probe thermometer, you can check the middle of a roll to see if it has reached 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius, and then you know for sure that it's done. Let them cool a little before tearing one open. There you go. Soft and fluffy sourdough Hawaiian rolls that are just sweet enough and bursting with flavor from the pineapple juice and sourdough fermentation. These are perfect as dinner rolls, slider buns, or just for snacking on. Check out this video next for another sourdough recipe you're going to love. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.